Welcome back. In this video, I am going to be talking about 10 reasons that I'm typically given as to why individuals are not able to learn Power BI. And these are the same 10 reasons that I'm saying these are not reasons that you should use not to learn Power BI. That people or potential students are giving me as to why they want to participate in the power of the BI, why they want to learn the power of the BI, why they want to learn business intelligence, for the lack of any better term. They want to learn business intelligence, but there are reasons why they are not able to do so. I've been given a list of about 1,000. If I talk to 1,000 people, I get very many, several of the same answers, several of the same reasons, but in some cases I get other reasons, but of why individuals are telling me, hey, I want to learn Power BI. I want to learn business intelligence. But you know what? This is the reason why I can't do it. First of all, if you watch any of my videos, you know that I try to use the word can't as little as possible. And I try to talk to people who use the word can't as little as possible. I try to communicate with those people as little as possible. But I'm going to go through reasons why individuals tell me that they are not able to participate in the power of the BI, even though they really feel they need to, whether it be for time or whether it be for money, that they really need to increase their time or they need to increase their money. Whatever the case may be, I've got a list of reasons. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time telling you that I've got a list of reasons. I'm just going to go through 25 of the reasons. And if you don't have time to go through this entire video right now, that's okay. Just put it on pause, come back and listen to it a little bit at a time. So I understand when people give it a bunch of excuses and you're like, I don't like a bunch of excuses. But then, is that you? Are you the person that's giving a bunch of excuses and you really want to learn Power BI? You want to learn business intelligence, but you got excuses why it's just not the right time. So here's the deal. First reason, lack of time. They say, T, I just don't have enough time. I don't have time to be trying to learn business intelligence. Listen, Playboy, Playgirl, check it out. If you learn business intelligence and you get a career opportunity to work in business intelligence, you're going to increase your time. What do I mean by that? Here's the deal. Those that are in business intelligence are not spending 8 hours a day doing business intelligence, right? If you do your job right, if you understand what you're doing, if you're doing your job right, you can get in, hit it, and quit it, right? And have extra time during the day. So here's the deal. In one of my previous lives, I was a project engineer. I went to college to be an architect, ended up changing over to construction management, got a job in construction, and became a project engineer and did several things in construction. Project engineering, scheduling, estimating, assistant project manager, project management, even project accounting, right? And what I can guarantee you is this. I was not making as much money and I did not have as much time as I do now. Now, of course, I'm not in project management now. I'm not in construction now. So with that said, I can't. I'm not going to tell you that it just has to be that way right now as far as the amount of time that's spent in construction or on construction projects, but I'm willing to make a very educated guess that construction managers, project engineers, schedulers, estimators, they're spending more time and making less money than the average person in business intelligence. Because here's the thing. Let's just look at time. When you go to work as a project manager or as an estimator, you have a project that you're probably going to estimate from the beginning of the morning to the end of the day, and you may spend 3 days estimating that project. I just said something. I just said something. Same thing goes for scheduling. If you're scheduling a project, you're trying to make sure that that project is always on schedule. You're trying to make sure that everyone is at the site. You're trying to make sure you got all the tools, all the equipment is on site. The laydown area is set so that there not going to be any job delays. And then, oops, someone gets hurt. Oops. I mean, I'm not going to say it happens all the time. But what if there's a fatality, the whole project stops, then you've got an inspection, you got inspection reports, you got the city, you got the medical, you got all kind of stuff that goes on. And now you're spending time there. Definitely with the project manager, who's managing the estimator, the scheduler, the project engineer, the assistant project engineer, and potentially the superintendent, depending on how the project is laid out, right? There's just not a lot of time during the day, okay? The most of your free time is going to come at lunch, where you may have a 45-minute to an hour lunch, maybe an hour, 5, hour, 10, just depending on, the flow of the day. But for the most part, you got to get back on that site. Business intelligence is not that way. And construction needs business intelligence. As a matter of fact, I have a project that I'm going to, well, not a project, but I have I guess it is a project. I have a Power BI report that I'm going to share with you that's relatable to those in construction and engineering at a later time, not today. But a lack of time, I'm telling you. Listen, I was a school teacher in a previous life. When you're a school teacher, you got students in the classroom. You have to teach while those students are in the classroom. Your job is those students. Your job is those students while they're in that classroom. And when they're not in the classroom, you're preparing for the next class. Okay? And then when you're going home, you are you're creating lesson plans. You're grading papers. Listen, I'm telling you. Business intelligence, is there work involved? Yes, there is work involved. But if you put the work in on the front end, understanding and learning the actual tool of business intelligence, in our case, is primarily Power BI, some Tableau, but primarily Power BI. You're not necessarily getting into spending a whole lot of time. Right? You're getting in, you're getting it done, you're getting out. And you could get in and get it done in the first hour of the day, I'm going to say. And the rest of the day could be free. I'll let that be that. I mean, if you got questions or comments, put those comments just put comments in the comment area or leave me a message and I'll respond. Because the lack of time could go all kind of ways. The next thing is the perceived complexity of business intelligence. Business intelligence is not that complex. Trust me, I can do it, anybody can do it. And I know everybody says that, guys say, I go to the gym, they shoot ball, they shoot 5,000 shots a day, and they say, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. Look, listen, it's not going to the NBA, it's not playing NFL football, it's not rocket science, right? It's business intelligence. Now, is there some technology involved? Yes, but there's technology involved in everything these days, right? So you say, well, I'm not real good with technology. If you use Microsoft Word, you're using technology. If you use Microsoft Excel, you're using technology. If you use Microsoft PowerPoint, you're using technology. It's just depending on what level of technology, to what extent you're using the technology. Now, you say, well, sorry about that. I had a message come through. I need to check that message real quick. Anyway, so if you're using technology, everybody's using technology, right? You can't become afraid because you say it's business intelligence, it's artificial intelligence. No, this stuff has been around for a while. For instance, if you've been using Excel is business intelligence. Well, you can use Excel for business intelligence, creating spreadsheets and stuff like that. That's business intelligence. And giving you information about the business is intelligence. Intelligence is data. What